Hi, and welcome to AMC Banking tutorial videos. Today we're going to see how to set up a host-to-host web service connection to the Danish banks using the AMC shared services on AMC Banking Plus. Setting up a direct communication enables you to automatically send payment files and retrieve bank files without accessing your bank portal. It's a great step towards security and automation in your bank processes. We will go through the process of setting up the connection as well as adding payment approvers and users who can import statements from the bank. Before we start, please make sure you have an AMC Banking Plus license for either Business Central or Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. You will also need the correct bank agreement with your bank. The setup we're about to do will only work for banks who support either Bank Connect, Danske EDI Web Service or Nordea Corporate Access Web Service. More banks will be added soon. The first step is to navigate to your extend link at ax.amcbanking.com in a browser. You can use your licensed administrator to log into your extend link portal. Inside your extend link, you can see the bank accounts added to your service. You can see valuable graphs as well as each journal that has been processed by your extend link, whether it's outbound files or inbound. To set up a direct communication, you'll need to navigate to your My Account page in the top right. It's signaled by a string of numbers. We are going to set up bank-specific settings. For this, you will need to add the bank by pressing the New button in the bank table. AMC support quite a lot of banks, but you can use the filter to quickly find the one you wish to use. In this video, I'll set up a bank connect to Arbejdernes Landsbank. Once your bank is added, you can press the small pencil to open the bank settings for your bank. To set up this connection, you'll need to put in your function ID and your registration number. Both are found in your bank agreement. Your activation code will either be sent by post or by SMS to a bank contact. Enter all this information and press the Save button. You can verify in the log that you get the message "Connection to bank succeeded." You are now ready to add approvers. The first two approvers can be added without further approval. These two will act as your approver administrators. Besides having the rights to approve payments, they will also have the right to approve new users, which will be necessary after they are set up. To add new approver administrators, you will need a login and an email. They can use the login, in this case App 1 and App 2, to approve payments in combination with their password. The two administrators are now added and their status is changed to waiting for password change. This means that an email with an activation link has been sent to them. Once the users have activated their link and created a password, their status will change to approved. You have now set up a Bank Connect connection to your bank, complete with approvers. Notice that your approvers are added to two different keys: the inbound key with A rule and the outbound key with B rule. In practice, this means that either one can import bank files alone, yet it takes two people in unison to approve payments before they're sent to the bank. The check mark for approver admin means that these users also have the right to approve new approvers. If you wish to add more approvers, the process is a little bit different. First, you press the Create Approver button located in your approver table. Just as before, you'll be prompted to enter a username and an email on your new approver. Only this time, you will also be asked whether the user should have the rights to the inbound or outbound key, and whether they should be A rule or B rule. AMC recommends always using B rule approvers for the outbound key. Once it's created, the new user's status will be waiting for next key admin. This means that two of your approver admins will have to approve this new user before they are granted the rights to approve payments. To do so, your approvers will need to log into your extend link and approve the new user. Let's log in with the first of them. Go to My Account and press the Edit button next to the bank and find the new approver on the list. To approve the user, you will press the Edit button in the far right of the approver line. In the top, you'll see a small key button labeled Approve User. You will need to decide whether or not the new user should also be an approver admin or just a regular payment approver. Write your password to finish the approval. Verify in the log that your approval has been added to the service. Afterwards, repeat the steps with a different approver admin. Log in. Go to My Account. Press the Edit button on the bank. And press the Edit on the user and approve it. After the second approval, you can see the status is changed to waiting for password change, and an invitation has now been sent to the user. Once this is activated, the user will be able to approve payments all the same as your current users. We have now done the setup so that each time Extendlink receives a payment for Arbejdernes Landsbank, it will not send a payment file back to be downloaded. Instead, it will ask for approvals, and once correctly approved, it will send the payment all the way to the bank. Next, we'll take a look at the setup needed in Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. Navigate to your AMC Banking module within. The first step we're going to do is verify that we have connection to the same Extendlink that we just did the setup in. We do this in Setup, Parameters, and then Web Service. Let's just test the connection, and great. Next, we will need to update our bank list to import the setup we have done in Extendlink. To do this, we go to Setup, Banks. We press the Select Bank button here. Of course, you'll need to choose the bank on the list if you have not done so already. In my case, Arbejdernes Landsbank is already here, so I will just update banks. Once it's finished updating, highlight the bank and verify that the approval and login has been set to yes. This means that we have pulled the setup from Extendlink and will now ask for approvals when using this bank. So let's test it out. Navigate to your payment journal and create a new journal with your bank. If you have used the system before with a file-based communication, then you're used to seeing a transfer button in the top, which would download a payment file to your local drive. This button have now been substituted with two buttons, Validate and Approval. Let's start by validating our journal. It seems there was no errors and the journal is now ready for approval. Press the Approval button in the top menu to approve the journal. As you can see, I used the postfix username to approve, not the entire username string. Usually approvers use their credentials here. When combined with your password, you can now see that the approval or signature has been succeeded. Once a second approval has been added, the file will automatically be transferred to the bank where it will be processed. If you ask your bank for a PAIN002 return file, the bank will respond with a status file, and the journals will automatically be updated to the statuses of received, validated, executed, or errors. This means you can follow the process straight from your payment journal by importing bank files a few minutes after your payments have been sent. To import bank files, you simply press the Import Bank Files tab in the menu and enter the credentials of a user who is added to the inbound key. Besides PAIN002 status files, you can also import CAMT053 account statements and CAMT054 credit or debit notifications, all without leaving your finance and operations. You have now completely eliminated local bank files and taken a big step towards automation and security. As an AMC Banking Plus customer, you have free support in our service desk, and you can always reach out to info@amcbanking.com for questions on the topic. If you are looking for more advanced approval features, the ability to run batch jobs, or to do this setup for banks outside of Denmark, reach out to us to hear more about the enterprise solution. Find out more information about the topic on amcbanking.com.